I I finally figured it out. I finally figured out what is wrong. That, my mom is more of a communal type of person, like a hive mind group type of person. Like if the whole group thinks it, she has to think it too. And I'm more of like a very individual type of person. Like just because the group thinks it doesn't mean I will I'll think it. So it really reminds me of the book The Giver, which is like a book I read when I was in middle school, a little kid, and of like having one person go around to different houses to pick up information instead of the people who are like the hive mind who has like no concept of pain, and then you have like one or two people go to different houses to pick up different type of pains and stuff like that. So yeah, I cannot wait to leave because I feel like these people, this cult, they need workers and stuff. So they just intentionally left me here to get abused, to see if my mom would kill me, or to see if anybody else in the neighborhood would kill me. And then if it did happen, they would just put like a sad little, "Well, we're sorry that this happened. Like, we're so sorry." But whole time they knew, and they knew that my mom was drugging me up, and they knew, but they would never like go and say like, "Oh, we're sorry for what we did," because it was like intentional. So so I'm just kind of laughing now because I'm like, oh, like, oh, obviously you want me to have an autoimmune disorder, you want me to be catatonic, you want me to feel trapped in here. And it just makes me really sad. Like, even when I go outside, I went outside, I'm sitting on the grass today, and some random lady already is literally grabs a whole chair. Her kids are there too, to like sit next to me and stuff. And now I'm realizing like it doesn't really matter the truth. They don't care because they're communal type of people. Like they're like in a tribe. Like in their tribe is the Haitians. Like, they don't really care about the truth. They don't care about the truth. Two, they don't have a individual personality. Like to them they're just Haitian. Like to them they're just like Black American. They don't like, they're more a group. And I even think like some white people have it too, where no, they're just white people, or the people who I think that are not that individualistic and more tribal, or Jewish people and Haitians. I feel like they are like very, very tribal. They're not individualized. So it sucks to be an individual in like a tribal area. So but I think the only reason I'm kind of surviving barely is because of the internet, because at the end of the day everybody cares about their name and their fame and what people know. Like, because it's like, wow, my mom protected my weird ass grandpa, and now she's facing the consequences to his actions. Whole time he's the one who started it. Like, he's the one who wanted to go to America. He's the one who wanted to go to the promised land and blah blah blah. So yeah. So I'm like, they're really running like a old world type of programming. I wish I could get out of here because it's like they all knew, and it's like if something happened, they would have just let me stay. They would have just let me stay. I'm literally scared for my life every day. Like, and by the way, they're still like sitting on the couch all day to watch me. I don't even know if my mom. has a job anymore. Like I honestly I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. I don't want nothing bad to happen to my sister. I just want to get out of here. But dude, I even forced myself to go for a walk today, and guess what? They're all intimidating me. They're still intimidating me. They're still using their blinkers, and it's like they have like no decorum. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like they don't even feel bad. They don't even feel bad. They make no facial expressions. They don't stop. Like they dead ass feel very comfortable using their cars to stalk me everywhere I go. But now that I think about it, they don't actually have an individual personality. Do you know what I mean? Now that I really think about it, like no, this is like as long as the group don't like me, they don't like me. They don't care about the truth. And it's actually fucking scary. It's scary as all hell. Um, like I'm scared of them because it's like, but now I kind of also get that too. Like to Haitians, telling on your parents is like the worst thing you could do. Like it's the worst thing you could do. You're supposed to protect your parents, and I'm like, I'm not protecting nobody who's beating on me, hurting me, isolating me, talking about me every day. But to them, that's what being a parent is. Being a parent is humiliating, humbling, and belittling your kid, kicking your kid out. So to them, that's like normal. And to me, I always like I feel like some kids are just literally sorry, me and peanut butter are chilling. But some kids are literally born with a personality. Like some kids are born with a personality. Some kids are born with like self esteem. Some kids aren't. Like some kids are like, oh well, my parents is feeding me. Let me lower myself to survive. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't really know why I wasn't like that. I was still very scared, but I was very, very scared of my mom when I was younger. So it really sucks. It really sucks because I feel like I need protection and I need to be around people who like me. I don't want to be around this anymore. Like it's literally hurting my brain. And it's like if I actually end up getting a disease, y'all know who did it. It was my mom and all of these people. Like they have like no shame. It's actually crazy. Like they don't even have like any shame. And then it's like also when I went to the hospital, I saw that they were making a new program where you could live longer basically because adults and children are gonna be in school together or something, or like you could basically reprogram people because my mom is just like off, very communal type of person. So I think they're letting me stay here to get abused because she probably turned into a zombie because she didn't get to abuse me and my sister like what like that was supposed to happen. She was supposed to belittle, abuse me and my sister, but because I went through a lot, I called the suicide hotline, which really helped me, and I'm very glad. Very, very glad I did because I just don't really think I would have survived such horror, something so horrible as a kid. Because, dude, I can't. I don't even think you could really change the future, anyways. Because I came back home, and then the same thing that used to happen to me as a kid happened again. So at this point, I just think it's meant to happen that way. Like it's meant to happen that way because this is exactly the what happened to me as I was a when I was a kid. My mom would call people and she would bully me and she would isolate me. The only thing that's really different, like it's the same thing, but the only thing that's different is that I have my own room, but not really because I had shared a room with my sister. But before, before what had happened was my sister had a big ass room and I was sleeping in a small little broom closet, a little room. Shit. So it's basically the same thing, but I guess my mom got to not be a zombie, and I'm not one either. So it sucks because I just feel like I just went through so much pain and humiliation for nothing. Like my mom could have just said sorry, and like we could have like went out. I could have, yeah, I would have been angry, but like I just feel like it was not that big of a deal for like the whole fucking neighborhood to be trying to kill me and bully me and steal my packages. Like for them breaking HIPAA and going into my phone and then like, oh, we don't like you because of X, Y, and Z. Whole time they're not. Whole time I didn't hurt anybody. I was just thinking about shit that happened to me, and I feel like I've been violated in like every way now. I feel like wow, like I couldn't even keep my stuff to myself. Some random boy I didn't like had to come had to literally come and ruin my reputation and expose me. It's like damn, I couldn't even keep what happened to me between myself. And it was and therapy was kind of helping me because I got to like process it in the speed I wanted to process it at but because they needed workers. Can you even believe that? Because they needed workers, they just told everybody my business, lied to the cops what about this case not being solved, and basically like just told everybody what happened to me. So I didn't even get any opportunity to actually open up like to a person slowly like I wanted to. It's actually really sad because I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Whole time they already knew. Whole time they already knew what happened, exactly who did it, and I just feel like I can't respect Jewish people because it's like how the fuck you can't even fight your own battles. Like you gotta get why are you battling people if you're gonna use other people to fight your battles? Y'all are sick, like sick in the head. Because it's like I would respect a Jewish person if they could fight their own battles, but you literally got a bunch of cops waiting for your orders about who to kill, about who to bully, who to stalk. Like it's just like sick, and it's like and you know like some people too. Like I just starting to realize so much that I'm just like even people who are so individual, they would do anything to not get bullied by their peers. Like and I'm thinking like that's probably why a lot of famous people are famous. Like they would do anything to keep the image. So uh, I just like I'm so over Jewish people. I'm not even gonna lie because this was one of the worst experiences I've ever been through, and I'm just like yeah, I regret coming back home because this time I came back home and it was even worse than before. Because at least when I was a kid, like I got to like leave and stuff. But this time it's like they were like all hoping like because I really worked on myself. Like I said, I feel like if I was like if I was still chubby and I was that, they would have felt sorry for me. But because I really worked on myself, they fucking hated me. And everybody wanted to believe I was such a horrible person. And they just told like, I just feel like that's the last thing I wanted. I just wanted to like open up to somebody slowly. And I feel like because they're bored. I honestly think that's all it was. I think they were bored as hell. Some random person in power check their boyfriend's phone and realize, wow, my boyfriend only watches gay porn, and, and it and now it became everybody else's problem. I feel like that's exactly what happened. So it really sucks. Yeah, it really sucks. And it's like, but now I do realize that like even my stepdad, I might know as what he's probably like as an individual, but most of these people, that's probably why they're like, bro. One time I went outside, I came back home, and they were all just like sitting on the couch like robots, waiting for me to come in so they could make me uncomfortable and take away my energy. So I just like feel like they're just like very communal type of people, and they don't even understand me. They don't understand how I could not care when they don't like me. And it's like, bro, you're not like, I'm not saying like you're bad or minimal because of your race. I just don't value your opinion. Like, I just, and it's like, how the fuck do you explain individuality to tribalistic ass people? But yeah, I think that's really what it is. I figured it out. I think my mom is just a tribal ass person. Like, she's just a tribe. She can't really think for herself. You know what I mean? If the group doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. She has mad anxiety. Like, she's like definitely scared of Americans, black Americans, and white people. Like, she's running a completely different program, and I just feel so awful. I feel like, wow, you they really wanted me to be scared of the world, and that's why I'm gonna just be way more careful now. Cause even like when you date a black boy, they're mean. Like, they're mean as hell. But I can't say white boys are any better. So I'm just kind of like, I kind of really understand how people think completely different from me. And I bet some of the kids that do think like that, could or should think like me, are gone now. You know what I mean? Some of the people, like, they're completely gone. And I also feel like because a lot of the Haitians, like, their country has been taken over by white Americans and Jews, they just have no sympathy in their heart. And also, yeah, like, they just have no sympathy for it in their heart. And they also think they're very religious, so they also think like that the Jews are hiding something or some shit, and they only value hard work. And it's like, they're like, definitely they don't have no outside perspective. Like, not everybody thinks like that. That's what I've gathered. Like, they're just really tribalistic, and I just feel like sometimes, like, we don't want to leave Florida, because I feel like if we leave Florida, like, as an American, they're all just gonna come here and just like start spreading out and changing it, low key. Because but I still love my people. I still love my people. I love all cultures. Like, I wish I could like show the good part about Haitian culture, besides, but they're mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing I'll say about Haitians, that they're mean as hell, and they lie. Like, bro, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? But I can't say it's only them. You know what I mean? I can't even say it's only them, because when I went to the hospital, like I said, Nicole, Detective Nicole is literally a white woman. So I honestly have no idea what's going on, and I wish they would stop trying to intimidate me, because I don't care. I don't care. I just want to be alone. But just because I'm minding my business, don't mean that they care. Like, because to them, I'm just messing up the money. But to me, I just want to be left alone. I don't want anybody to get hurt. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to get hurt because of money. And I don't want you to like stalk people because of money. And it's like, the money is not real. But to them, the money is their whole identity. Their job is their whole identity. So it's just like you need to form an identity but it's like because they're so tribalistic. I'm telling you, if one Haitian becomes a nurse, they all gotta become a nurse. Like this is America. Like some of you guys can become cooks, some of you guys can become like business owners, like nurses, like you could literally do anything else. It's like I don't know how to explain it to them. So I definitely think my mom is a fucking weirdo. I think I'm just very, very, very individualized. And I feel like I got a headache because, like, even when I went to the hospital, they were all trying to put me to like a fake school. And it's like, I wish it would just be honest so I wouldn't be so confused. But I'm starting to realize, like, the people who did go to school, this is how they talk. This is just who they are. Like they don't give a fuck about the truth. They don't care about how you're actually feeling. They'll talk to everybody else to find out about you, but they won't talk to you. Because if they talk to you, they have to like admit that you like exist or something. And it's like, bro, how the fuck are you gonna get to know me if you're talking to everybody else but me? How the fuck it's so like it's so dumb. But now I just feel like, oh, this is just how they're programmed. Like they really believe this shit. Like they really believe this shit. They really believe like to get to know somebody, you have to booby trap their whole house, booby trap their phone, like tap their phone, tap their house, and then you'll find out about them. Like, yo, you could just talk to me. Like, say what's up. You know what I mean? You could just be like, hey, like, but it's like they're like deeply afraid of me or some shit, and I don't know why. So I gotta get out of here. I'm so serious. I'm so done with the hood. I'm done with the neighborhood. I'm done with like people because they just be lying. Even if you try to spread the money in their community, they're so fucking hate. They're so hateful. They're so hateful, so jealous. They won't let you like it's just like crabs in a barrel. Like no matter what you do here, you gotta be the bad guy because they think you're from a good family. Like so I'm just basically done with them because I did like everybody, but I'm not gonna lie, Mel has left a bad taste in my mouth. Like he's like, because this is one of the hardest things I've ever been through. So I just feel like this man has left such a bad taste in my mouth because it's like, what was the whole fucking point of doing that? And it's like some of these people doing this have no shame. Like bro, I'm literally 5'1", like 100 something pounds. And it's like some of these people doing this are in literal like monster wheel trucks and they're big as fuck. They're old as hell, balding ass old men doing this shit to me. It's actually fucking scary. Like they definitely don't even see me as a real person. Like I feel like they're just reading a bunch of shit about them, about me, and I feel like this is exactly what Edward Snowden was warning us about. Because it's just a gang to them. Like it's just a game. They don't care if I'm scared. They don't care if I'm uncomfortable. It's just like the money is all they care about. It's scary. Their whole identity is just their group. Like and it's like this is why I never fit in at a job because I feel like if I was a cop and somebody told me to do this shit, I would just be like, are you sure? Like, are you like positive? And I would not do it. So seeing this shit is just like so confusing, and I wish they would just leave me alone. But I know they never will because to them this is them. This is what they do. Like, and it's like, bitch, I'm of course I'll never respect you because so you know you're doing something wrong, and instead of stopping and doing the right thing, you just harass and bully and intimidate the people telling you that what you're doing is wrong. How about you just not do it? It's not real. Hello, wake up. It's just like a game, bro. Like it's not real. Like you're gonna literally kill somebody because they don't like what you're doing and they want to tell the truth. That's so fucking stupid. And it's like, I think this is why I have no friends, because it's like, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. Okay, your friend don't like somebody, so you're gonna harass them, talk about them, come over to their house because of something your friend said. It's scary. Oh my god! But I'm like, I guess I finally understand social interaction now. Bitches don't care about the truth. Like, they're just bored. They're just bored. They're looking for the next target, and it could be anybody at any time. So, bitch, I'm gonna have to protect myself. They're all looking for the next target to scapegoat because they hate themselves. And it's like, maybe you would hate yourself a lot less if you weren't doing bullshit like this. Because trust me, if you stop harassing and stalking me, you would probably, you know what you would do? You would be thinking about all of the people you harassed, stalked, killed, and drove into suicide. So you're never gonna stop. You're never gonna stop, because if you stop, you would have to think about what you're doing, and what you're doing is wrong. I definitely believe that we know right from wrong, and they know what they're doing is wrong, but they don't want to stop, because if they stop doing what's wrong, they wouldn't be part of the group anymore. And it's like, for some reason, for this is the first time I've been so grateful I don't have friends, because there is no way y'all could be this evil for friends. But I've seen some shit like this before, of people who would literally kill for friends, and they really believe the role. They really believe they're like in a gang, and they really believe they're in a gangster. Like, sir, you just want friends, bro. You don't have to fucking kill people for approval. Like, there's a different way, but it's like most people are not gonna choose it. Most people are not gonna choose it. They rather humiliate, stalk, and belittle. And I hope one day it's you, so you can feel exactly what you're doing to people. And I hope it's you that's in prison. I hope it's you that your kids go through this shit. Because it's like, you cannot be doing this to people and then just think you're gonna be okay. But I doubt I doubt they even care. Like, bro, I doubt, if even if half of them went to jail, they would even care, because yeah, they don't care. They just don't care in the first place. You know what I mean? They don't care. Like, they're doing it on purpose. That's what I've started to realize. I'm like, oh, if you cared, you would just not do it. It's doing it. It's so easy to understand people. You're intentionally choosing not to understand me. You're intentionally choosing to bully me, harass me, because I'm not part of your group, and that's sad. That's like one of the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life. Dumb as fuck. The But yeah, but I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised.